Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan. I'm a yarn addict, hence the name Juan the Yarn Addict. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by to check out my video today. This is a yarn and crochet channel where we talk about all things yarn and all things crochet. So if that interests you, please sit back and watch today's video because today, my friends, is another day with more yarn. So yesterday after I posted my podcast, I went to my makes room and I decided to separate my finished objects into donates and keeps. And after a while I said, you know what, I need to sit down and take a break. Let me shop for some yarn. So I went to Joann's like I always do. I visit daily on that website, along with some other ones, and I came across some yarn that was new to me. I'm asking myself, how did I not see this? I'm on the website all the time. Anyway, long story short, I went ahead and bought some. So it was part of the sale, it was all the things, and I said, well, I can't buy all the colorways, but I'll buy some of the ones that I like. So this is the Big Twist Party line, and this is what it looks like. It looks like roving style yarn to me. Twisted, see? So anyway, it's a medium 4-weight yarn. It's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. It's 240 yards, 220 meters. They recommend a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, otherwise known as a US I9. And I can't believe I just memorized all that. I memorized it. So this particular colorway here is called Storm Cloud. Again, 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, I9, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 240 yards, 220 meters. You can machine wash and lay flat to dry. Storm Cloud. Okay? The next one that I have here is called Rainforest. And I like the hints of lime that's happening here. Right? And teal. It's like teal and lime, and the lighter parts of the colors here are mint green. Interesting. And on this one it's like silver and charcoal and gray. Okay, so those are two of the colorways. The next one here, my friends, is called Autumn Evening. If you've been watching my channel, you know how I am with the pink, right? New year, new me, I'm embracing the pink. This is pink. There's pink in all of this right here. I mean, there's like passion fruit orange situation happening, but this is a lot of pink. And I actually like it because there's some muted situations going on in here. It's not like bam in your face pink. It's like, okay, I'm pink and I'm chill and I'm hanging out and it's good. You know? I like that. I really do. I like that. The next colorway I have here is called Spiced Wine. Okay, so this is giving me like an antique vibe. Very vintage, antique. So here we have like this antique white with sage, hunter green, just all the colors. Spiced wine. I don't know. I would have went more with like an antique vibe or vintage vibe, something like that. It is what it is. The next colorway I have here, I dropped one. It's called Ocean Waves. All the blue, all the blues. Powder blue down to a royal blue and all the shades in between. There we go. Depends on how my ring lights hit this product. That's the true color. That's not the right color. So, there we go. Okay? So, all together, I'm going to... See, I learned how to do this on my arm. So I can prop everything on my arm and then fling it up to show you all the colors at one time. So I have 5 here. So looking at all the colorways together, I feel like it's missing something. I want to say like it's missing like a mustard version of this. It's missing something. I just can't figure out what colorway. Maybe an oatmeal? I don't know. It is missing one of the colorways. It needs something else to complete the circle here. Once I figure that out, I'll go back on the website and buy it. Just a couple skeins. I mean, I don't need all of it because, again, I got this because, one, it's on a ridiculous sale price right now, $2.49. And then if you order online and pick up in store, you get an additional 20% off. That's an additional 48 cents, which means $2.01. $2 a skein. It's not bad to at least try it for $2 a skein. So there's that. Super excited to play with that. Once I'm done showing you this yarn, I'm actually going to put you into tutorial mode because I would like to know how these yarns work up between a plastic hook and a metal hook. I just kind of want to see what that looks like to us. And I have a resin hook here too. So there's 3 different versions, but I'm only going to do 2. Plastic and metal. The reason why I'm doing this is because I have yarns that from the Big Twist line, Big Twist Gentle, it's a bulky 5. I made Cambridge Nights beanie and scarf set with it. It's very splitty, that Gentle line of yarn, and I found out it's because of the hook that I was using. So now, before I make any assumptions, we're going to play with this under the camera, and we're going to talk about all the things, and then I'll give you final thoughts at the end. So we're going to sit tight with that for 1 second, okay? The next yarn that I have here is Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway Gold. Now, you would figure with all this yarn that I have in my house, okay? 3 rooms. The studio, the storage room here, and the makes room. Between the 3 rooms, I would have this, and I don't. So I had to buy it. So this is what happened, right? So I went and bought this yarn, picked it up in the store, I got my little coupon, and then I went ahead and bought these 4 skeins. Here's the other 2 skeins. This here is soft navy. So I applied the coupon to these 4 skeins, and I paid $2.12 each. Original price $4.49. So I saved a lot of money doing it that way. So I recommend that if you have a Joann's near you, place the majority of your order online, pick up in store, get the coupon, you get $5 off of a $10 purchase, and then go from there. Now obviously, if you do the math, these 4 skeins don't come to $10, right? Because it's $2.12 a skein. So that came to $8.48. So if you watched yesterday's podcast, I mentioned that I bought a whole bunch of this. This is Red Heart Super Saver stripes, neon stripes. I spoke about how I bought 10 skeins because that's all they had. I came home, I placed an order for 10 more. Well, while I was shopping, for additional yarns to pick, using my coupon, I saw a whole swig of these stuffed into a corner bin somewhere in the corner. Needless to say, I grabbed everything that I saw. So, here's the bag. So I grabbed 2, 4, 6, and 7. Or grabbed 7 more, okay? And I cleared them out. $2.70 a skein, regular price $4.49. You can't beat it. As I mentioned in the podcast, this is the time that I stack up. Because I don't pay full price for my yarns, I'm very frugal like that. I mean, I buy all the yarn, but I buy all the yarn at a discount or a fraction of the price. So I purchased that, and I purchased this, and I used the coupon, and I saved a whole bunch of money, and it's all the things. So again, I recommend that if you have a Joann's near you and you're able to get there, place the order online, pick up in store, use the coupon for an in-store purchase while the sale is still going on, and you will save so much money. Okay? So, oh, I need to tell you about this. So, the reason why I picked this up, obviously, is one, I didn't have this in my Yarnscape. Two, I have one of my people at work. She's been with the company for 18 years, my day job. I, too, have been with the company for just as long. Anyway, she is leaving the company after 18 years, and I recently told her about me being on YouTube and me having a yarn channel and all that. And so a few weeks ago, I made her little baby boy some winter hats. And she took them home, put the hats on him, and he looked absolutely adorable in them. I'll show you the images. If I can't fit it into the video, I'll post it into my community tab, and I'll even put it into my Facebook group, Juan the Yarn Addict and Friends, so you guys can see what that looks like. But she was so blown away by what I did for her that she went ahead and bought me some yarn. Now, she didn't know what my favorite color is. She didn't know any of that, right? So she got me all the yarn, but like not in mass quantities, right? Because she's not like me, you know. She got me this, guys. She was like, I didn't know what your favorite color was, Juan, so I got you all the colors. So it's just a sampling of like all these little colors. I don't own anything like this, you know, these little fingerling situations. And there's a first for everything. So I figured, you know what, I have to show you guys this because I don't own anything like this. So this to me would be perfect for a project like this. I can make a whole bunch of these, right? 1 or 2 of these hexagons per ball. And then just make like a throw with it. Perfect. Anyway, so yeah, she got me this, and I said, well, you know what, like, this was before I found out about this. I asked her what her favorite color was, and she said her favorite color was gold. And I said, well, what kind of gold? Shiny gold, regular gold? She had no idea why I was asking her this, by the way. So she said, you know, any kind of gold. And I said, okay, well, do you have any other colors that you really like? And she said, well, yes, royal blue. And so I said, okay, do you like them together? She's like, I love them together. And I said, okay. So in my mind, I'm already, the gears are turning, like I am figuring things out. So I said, I'm going to Joann's, I'm picking this yarn up. And so I am going to be making her a gift, a hat and a scarf, so she can remember me. So, I mean, not that it's hard to forget me, because long time, right? 18 years. But, yeah, I want her to have something from me that she can remember me by. So this is for her. And I don't know if I'm going to make it a whole thing on my channel. I may just show you guys as like a finished object. Unless I decide to design something that blows me away and I'm like, I have to show this. Yeah, this might just be something I show as like a finished object. Okay. So there's that. I showed you guys the yarn that I got from the lady that I work with. I asked her for permission to show this. She said, yes, I can show this and tell all the things, but for her privacy, she doesn't want her name announced, which I can totally respect. So she does watch my channel, her and her husband, so that's cool. Anyway, I decided, I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but after I stopped at Joann's, I went to Hobby Lobby across the way. Now, I don't always go there because my Joann's and my Hobby Lobby, they're across the street from one another, and the street is a 6-lane highway in both directions, and I went during dinner time traffic, so I usually don't get a chance to go on the other side of that intersection. Today, for some reason, I decided to feel adventurous. I went over there, and I wanted to see what they had. I completely forgot what week was 30% off week. Anyway, I left one of the items in the other room, so let me place you guys on a brief pause. I'm going to go grab it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. I picked up two things from Hobby Lobby. Now, I went there just to look at what they had, okay? Just being nosy, just looking around, seeing all the things, you know. And I happened to come across a skein of clearance yarn. Now, they didn't have any kind of blowout or anything like that. I just came across it and I'm like, I need to get this. I grabbed it. It was the only one in the clearance section because where the yarn department is, adjacent to the yarn department, is where all the clearance is. So, you know, I scope out the clearance before I leave out of there. And yeah, I picked this up. It's called Steel Gray. It's a medium 4-weight yarn. It's 5.5. It recommends a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. It is 252 yards, 230 meters. Machine wash, lay flat to dry. But I've thrown this in the dryer and it's fine. Yeah, you can wash and dry this. So there's that. And it feels good. I do like their yarns. I don't shop there all that much. I think I've only shopped there like 3 times. But yeah, I got this. Don't know what I'm making with it, but it's clearance. It's their stone wash. I love this yarn. Super soft, super savings, stone wash. So it's gonna sit on a pile. It might be part of like a scrap can. I don't know. I also picked up some stitch markers. So we have an elephant, we have a llama, we have a turtle, a snail, and all the things. $4 for 6 of these. That's a deal and a steal in my opinion. Now, I got these because, you know, I'm doing the knitting thing behind the scenes. I'm trying to sign up for knitting classes. I'm trying to do all of that. Having a little bit of difficulty, but in the meantime, I'm still practicing, you know? And so I figured at this point, let me start racking up on supplies. And I know stitch markers are one of those things that knitters have in their stash, you know, in a bag somewhere to kind of mark where they leave off and all that. So I got these for me. So I'm collecting stitch markers now. I got a little zippy situation going on for it. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so that was everything that I wanted to show you, but now I actually want to work with this Big Twist party yarn, okay? I want to know if there's a difference between working with a plastic hook versus a metal hook. Now, the Big Twist Gentle line, very clear and evident that using a resin or a plastic hook, it helps split the yarn, like it's very splitty. But when I used the metal hooks, I had no issues. So I guess it really does depend with that particular yarn, like what you're using. So I want to see if that's the case. Now, I'm a left-handed crocheter. I do everything in both, like my tutorials and things, I do left and right. But for this, I just want to work up the yarn, so I'm not going to do a left and a right. So if watching a left-handed crocheter kind of weirds you out, just fast forward me to the final thoughts. But if you want to hang around, for a few minutes, by all means, please do, because I want to talk about all the things as I'm crocheting. Okay? So it's not too complicated. It's not going to take forever. I just want to do this and talk about it while I do it, so that way we can make informed decisions, you know? Okay, so I'm going to place you guys on a brief pause, move you guys into tutorial mode, and I'll see you on the other side in just a second, okay? Okay, friends, so here we are. I have the Big Twist party yarn, and this one is the spiced wine. And so I went ahead and pulled from the center, and this is what the end is giving us. So it's definitely wound. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah. I have my furls hook here, 5.5 millimeter US I9, and then I have the Yarnology 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, US I9. So we'll start with the plastic hook first. So just making a slip knot, and I can tell right now that it doesn't easily glide. Maybe it's because of the particular hook, or maybe it's the yarn, or both. I don't know. But it's working as I expect it to work, considering the fact that it is a plastic hook. The hook itself does feel nice though, like holding it and everything. So that's nice. So far it's not splitting or anything, which is nice. Nice stitch definition. Not too bad. Ooh. We have some yarn barf coming. Okay. Oof. This skinny yarn isn't feeling very well. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, the overall feel is as expected. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So one has to come out. Just making a circle here. So it's working as expected for this. Okay, now let me switch over to my furls hook. Immediate difference. Very smooth, it glides. Yeah, this is nice. Very comfortable. It's like driving a Cadillac. It's very nice. Smooth, riding on a cloud. Yeah, this is nice. Okay. So now I want to try something else while I'm sitting here. We're good with the furls. We know that that's working. So now I have my hero hook. Let's see. Yeah, this is nice. This is super nice. Oh yeah, no. Nope. Definitely not the same. But the one thing that I will say though is the yarn is not splitting with this plastic hook. So we're getting the same results. It's just the glide is a little different, obviously, because we're working with plastic as opposed to metal. I have no complaints though. It's not making any squeaky noises. I will say that the stitches made with the furls is more clear, defined, and also the hero hook. It comes out more clear, the stitch definition. So let me try this prim hook. Actually, that's the wrong size. That's a 6 millimeter. Let me try this one. Oh yeah, no. This isn't going to happen. It feels like sandpaper. You can even hear it. You hear that, guys? Yeah. I mean, the stitches come out beautiful. It comes out nice with this. Comparable to this, but it feels like sandpaper is being rubbed up and down the hook. So, last place for this. And then second to last place would be the Yarnology hook for this particular type of yarn anyway. I'm curious to know what the Yarnology hook feels like working with Red Heart as opposed to the Big Twist. Yeah. This one here and this one here. So Furls and Hero tied for first. They both feel amazing on the hands, you know, working with the product. Yeah. This is super nice. This is, yep, 100%. 100% better. This too. My goodness. Night and day difference, guys. Yeah, I love this. Oh, some more yarn barf here. Anyway, okay. So, I've made my decision. So, with the party yarns, I recommend using a metal hook of your choice. Try and steer clear of the plastic hooks for this particular line of yarns. It is a roving kind of yarn, roving style yarn. So if you're working with these, the friction will tend to cause to, look at this. This isn't the hooks, it's actually the yarn itself. So, I mean, there you have it, friends. Okay, so let me put you guys back into presentation mode and I'll give you some final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts on this Big Twist Party yarn. I like it. I love the various colorways. I'm in love with variegated yarn. This is giving me that. It gives me options. There are plenty different options to choose from for whatever project you want to work with. I do question the yarn quality though. I'm noticing there's moments in the skein, that there's splitting situations happening and it has nothing to do with the hook. It's the yarn itself. Like I can pick up pieces of the yarn and just look and see where moments are splitted apart and they're not wound as tightly. So I don't know if it's every colorway. I don't want to jump to that conclusion, but for this particular skein of yarn, it's very splitty. So that being said, that doesn't steer me away from yarn if I'm being honest. Like, okay, fine. The fibers have separated. My hook will still grab all parts of that and continue working, so that's fine. It's just that it's unexpected. So brace yourself for moments if that comes across your project. So I would recommend buying this only when it's on sale, like it is right now, $2.49 and then 20% off. If you order online and pick up in store, $2.01, $2 and a penny. So I do recommend it for that price, but not for full price, unless you need it to finish a project. So that's my thoughts on the yarn. So there's that. That's all the yarn that I really wanted to show you guys today. Now, upcoming and in future videos, I do want to just put it out there into the universe that I do have stitch tutorials coming out. I have a binder of swatches of stitches that I've practiced over the years and things, and I want to roll that out into my channel. I spoke about it in my Facebook group, and the vast majority of those who are in that group definitely want me to do this for my channel. I want to do it for my channel. Many content creators have stitch tutorials out there. I only have 2, and I need to grow that part of my channel. So I know so far, and I'm still studying and learning. We never stop learning, right? So I know 148 different stitches. That's what I have in my binders swatch wise. And so there is no rhyme or reason in terms of when I'm rolling these out. It's when I feel like doing it. I'm just going to put it out there. My Facebook group wants me to do at least one a week, so I will do the best I can. Sometimes I may be able to do two, but I definitely plan on rolling out a whole bunch of stitch tutorials in between all the other things as well, because content is content. So there's that. Now, the next thing that I do want to put out there in terms of a tutorial, I'm just forecasting that now, teasing it, is solid hexagons. So I have been asked by quite a few of my viewers and subscribers if I could do a tutorial on this, and then do a tutorial on this, the half hexy, and then do a tutorial on how to join them. So I've already recorded it. I just have to do intros and outros, and then I will roll those out. But I'm teasing that because I plan on doing a project of my own with this. But for tutorial purposes, this is what we're doing. So that's the next thing that's coming out. I'm going to do it in 3 parts. One part will just be the solid hexagon. The second part will be the half hexagon. And the third part will be how to stitch it all together. So that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then of course hit the notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. It's been a pleasure being here with you guys tonight. Again, I hope you enjoyed yourself. So until the next time, I'll see ya. Take care.